we've seen 3 out of 6 endings. We're about to go through door number 2 on the kind of maximum Clover path, I guess is the way I'm seeing it now. What my prediction is that when we say door 2, Clover is going to choose to come with us. Is that what I was going to do? Is that what I was going to do? Nine. Oh god. What was I going to do? Wow. So we went through door 6 last time. And when we went through door 3, we ended up going through door number 2. So yeah, I need to go through door 2.
My choice is door 2.
Yeah, I think that because what happened last time when we chose door 6, Clover was like, "No, I'm gonna go with the others."
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Wait a minute, have I just not done what I said I was gonna do?
Cheating? I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
I might have to do that
How
again.
could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier. Let me see that. Sure, here. I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
Hang on. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do, was it? This is going to result in the same... This must result in the exact same ending. White key, white key. So, I mean, we've not seen evidence of it yet, but there might be more white keys over here. Probably not. So, I guess what I'm missing here is maybe there's something else in door 1 that allows us to unlock this. I'm not sure. Yeah, I've just done the wrong thing, so I'm gonna go back. I apologize. I forgot what I said in the last video.
4. All right, 7 pieces.
Yeah, I was gonna go through door 6 again. I apologize. Sorry. I want to go through door 6.
I want to go through door 6.
That's a problem. None of these teams will be able to go through the doors they want.
Clover and I chose door 1.
Lotus and I chose door 2.
That's not enough people to open a numbered door, however.
The digital routes don't match up either.
We've got similar problems. Junpei and I want to go through door 6, but our digital route is 5. If we're gonna open that door, we need a 1.
Damn, what are we gonna do now?
What are we going to do?
Clover, help me out!
Why don't 7 and Lotus go through door 1 with me?
What?
What about me?
Isn't that obvious? Wasn't one of the teams just complaining that they didn't have a 1?
You mean I should join Santa's team?
Yes.
Huh. I understand. I'll go through door 6 then. If we do as Clover has suggested, we can all pass through a number. This seems to be the most...
7. Lotus. What do you guys think?
Oh, I've been gypped. But maybe this will result in something changing. Maybe we get more red keys down here. Right, I'll try and move
I don't
through.
have a problem with it.
I'll try and
Me
move
either.
through fast.
All right then, we're good to go.
See you later.
Wait,
Interesting.
Clover! Don't move on your own!
What could I have done differently the first time I went
Oh,
through
I'll be
door
going
number
too then.
1?
Yeah, be careful.
I'm just going to wait for something different then. 'Cause this might be exactly the same. Do I have to do the puzzles again? Don't make me do the Sudoku again. Please. Oh, sugar lumps. I don't remember there being any dialogue choices, though. Oh, man. Alright, puzzles solved. Let's get out of it. I don't think this is going to make any difference, but maybe it's made a difference to Clover. Maybe she won't abandon us this time. But, I don't know. Nothing's changed so far. I mean, it'll stop if we find something new. All the same so far. Come on, show me a difference.
There were 4 rooms on the other side of door 1.
She wouldn't let us into the 4th room.
She just said, I'll take care of this one.
And shut the door.
She must have blocked it with something on the other side.
Right. Right, guess it's exactly the same then. Yeah, dang it. I need to try something different then. That clearly doesn't do anything. Maybe I get different white keys. So when I went through here, I hadn't gone through door 5. So I think that's what I should try next. See if there are, because I mean, there's a possibility that it has white keys in it as well. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, that's kind of frustrating. I really thought that was something was going to change there. I really genuinely did. Hmm. There must be some red keys through here. So when I went through here, I went through door 3. But when I, because when I went through with the it was on the white key route, wasn't it? Maybe that's where I've gone wrong. Maybe I could have skipped the puzzles, I just did it wrong.
This way.
Right. There's going to be a lot of skipping here.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
So we've got a red key by going through. Maybe that's all the difference I need.
Well, we really don't have a choice now.
I just need to see if skipping ahead changes this.
Are you ready?
No, we still get the red key.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
let's go.
I want the menu. Oh, I've not got the red keys, so interesting. So this area is this little bit's going to be different then. We have to go a slightly different way through here. Right, interesting. Ugh. Alright, you guys can come along for this then. I'm not going to read everything, unless we get a specific moment with Clover. Maybe I should give it a name. Science Boy. Science Boy's lying on the table, his poor head full of electrodes. Science Boy's lying on the table. Alright. Yep. Okay. Can I remember anything about what to do here? That's it. Get right down. Yep, we need the other power cable. Oh. Here goes the ludicrous drawing.
Oh, that worked. What?
It's there. What?
Oh, there's just the only case. So,
Maybe it's a... yes. Have you been...
is that?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, it stopped.
pass
Let's let me check.
again.
Did you go...
Yeah. What are you
I'll see if I can...
on your own?
Yep.
Lotus?
All right.
Wait,
Didn't expect that, did you?
of course. You're trying to. What kind of?
Come on, Floyd. Nice work.
Why?
Huh?
I see. Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force attack. It checks every possible I'm writing a program. It's not the most elegant solution given circumstance. But back to what
What were we talking about?
wireless systems. Kind of strange. Well, let's say you write a program that calculates it. So you at the screen, see?
No.
Oh, come. Who calculates? Yeah, that's what they probably think of this. Once they decided that, they'll start the night. Ah, I see the color change. And they might investigate. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power.
Wait, is this new information?
Actually, they might even cut the wires.
Oh, Matt. Right.
Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear.
Sorry about that.
Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating.
I should really restart, shouldn't I? Yeah, sorry. I know where I know where some of the new information is now. God, this video's a mess. Let's grab it. We need to do it in this order. Yep. Right, then we need the... I just want him to say science boy again. Here we go. Right, I will listen this time, Lotus. Right, so I think the difference here is that June and Junpei have bonded less. So Junpei, so Lotus doesn't bring up him and Junpei and June as an item, so he doesn't make the comment about her being old. So she ends up telling him something about the hacking, which I don't know how that's useful to us, but
Oh, that worked.
with the soft hum it turned on. Streams of letters that made no sense to Junpei began to scroll across the screen.
What?
He had hoped it would turn on, but he hadn't expected this.
Huh? It's running on its...
Right, so this is all the same. So right, so although there might be some skippable stuff here, Lotus smiled to herself, rubbed her hands together in anticipation. Then, before Junpei had time to blink, she was typing at an incredible speed, the click-clack of the keys running together like machine gun fire.
Wait, what?
Junpei was, for once, at a loss for words.
Didn't expect that, did you?
Of course I didn't. You're typing so fast. I can't even see your fingers. What kind of job do you have? What are you?
I'm unemployed at the moment.
Yeah, so this is new. I don't remember
I
this.
used to work for a cybersecurity firm, but I quit.
Yeah, this is new. This is all new. At this point, Lotus said something to Junpei about him being into her or something.
Why?
Lotus
Huh?
blinked.
Oh, it was just something.
She stopped typing for a moment and her face fell.
I see.
This was not an avenue of questioning to be pursued, Junpei realized and quickly shut his mouth. Lotus's fingers began to move again, and in a few seconds she was back up to speed. As she typed, more letters and symbols that meant nothing to Junpei began to pour across the screen.
Oh, what are you doing now?
I'm going to try and brute force it.
Brute what?
A brute force attack is... Well, the short version is that I just attack the thing head on. The long version?
Without looking up or slowing down, she began to explain.
A brute force attack is one of the simplest ways to break a cipher.
Brute force attack. So what could we use this information for?
It checks every possible combination until it finds the right one. For a complex cipher, it can take a very long time. I'm writing a program that would run an attack like that on its own. It's not the most elegant solution, certainly. But given the circumstances, there isn't much else I can do.
Even as she talked, her fingers never slowed or missed a key. Junpei couldn't help but feel a little awed.
Oh, but back to what we were talking about earlier.
What were we talking about?
The wireless display? It's kind of strange if you think about it, isn't it? How do I put it? Well, let's say you write a program that calculates an addition problem for you, all right? So you enter 1 + 1. The screen will show you 2. See? Isn't that strange?
No. Not really.
Oh, come on now. Of course a caveman like you would think it was strange. You said so just a minute ago. You're just not getting it, are you? Who calculated 1 + 1?
The main computer, right?
Yeah, but someone who grew up in a cave wouldn't know that, right? They'd probably think that this thing here, the monitor, is doing the calculating. And once they've decided that, they'll start examining this monitor. They might poke the screen or something. Ah, I see the color changes when I press it here. Then they might investigate the hardware on the inside. Oh, I see. So this wire supplies the power. Eventually, they might even cut the wires. Ah, yes. Just as I expected. When this wire is cut, no results appear. Therefore, it must be this device which does the calculations.
Oh.
But the truth is that, just like you said, the computer is doing the calculating. But these cave people wouldn't know that, because they have no idea that the monitor and the computer are connected wirelessly.
Lotus continued to type. Junpei scratched his head.
So, what are you trying to say?
Nothing, really. It's just, I thought maybe, what if the relationship between human beings and our brains is like that?
Okay, so this is building... This is similar to what she told us in door 5, right?
Huh?
Well, let's say you stick a bunch of electrodes into parts of the brain. A scientist examining the signals they send out might say, interesting. So stimulating this part of the brain causes the person to see colors. That must mean this neuron cluster controls that function. Okay, let's see what happens when I cut out this part. Ah, just what I thought. Cutting off this part causes that function to cease. Therefore, human thought processes must occur in the human brain.
That's not entirely true.
See? Doesn't it sound the same?
So there's a thing called embodied cognition, right? Where things like that aren't tied specifically to the brain. Like they are partly responsible due to the muscle or part of the body that experiences them. So the eye, or the muscles in a particular body for a feeling, or in your ears, like it's not specific. The brain is obviously the main center of it, but there's almost like an echo when you remember something that is to do with a sense organ. That is almost that is difficult to separate.
Maybe the brain is just an output device, like this monitor. Maybe our thought processes actually occur somewhere else, in a main body. We just don't know it. We never even think about it. Just like those cave people wouldn't know about wireless communications. We can't imagine that there's some unknown medium that transfers information into our brains, where we experience that information as thoughts.
Yeah, it's a bit of a non-falsifiable theory though, right? That's why it's difficult. Like whichever way whether you say it's right or wrong, they're both for the same reasons. Like, it's right because you can't see them, but it's also wrong because you can't see them, right? Junpei didn't say anything, not so much because he had no retort. No, her argument just seemed silly, and he was a little surprised to be hearing something like that from someone like her.
The brain is just an output device. Human thought actually occurs somewhere else. That's just crazy talk.
Did Lotus really think that, he wondered? It was a little creepy, Junpei thought. It sounded altogether too much like a bizarre cultish religion.
Maybe that's the cause of Seven's amnesia.
Oblivious to Junpei's increasing discomfort, Lotus continued.
If memory is actually stored somewhere else, in some sort of main body somewhere, maybe he hasn't forgotten anything at all. He's just having a difficult time accessing his memories because the monitor, his brain, has been damaged.
Huh.
I suppose that would explain aphasia and blind sight, too. Perhaps they actually can speak or see. The monitor just isn't functioning properly. I guess people with prosopagnosia could be suffering from the same thing.
Wait a minute. What?
He knew what aphasia was from watching medical dramas on TV, and blind sight was easy enough to guess, but he never heard the word proso... How did she pronounce it?
What? You've never heard of prosopagnosia?
Oh, right. Lotus spun around in a chair to look at him. Junpei just shrugged and shook his head.
Oh, what is it?
Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to. Usually they can make do by associating people with other things. Their voices, their clothes, their hair.
Does that mean other people's faces look like blanks?
No, I don't think so. Well, you've seen monkeys, like in a zoo, right? To you and me, all the monkey faces look the same.
Not really.
Even though they've obviously got faces, it's almost impossible for a human to distinguish between them. The zoo staff that works with them would learn to identify different monkeys eventually, but you or I couldn't unless one had a scar or something else to set it apart.
Oh, true.
Well, that's how people would be to someone with prosopagnosia.
Prosopagnosia. Huh. I didn't even know that kind of thing existed.
Junpei did his best to act as though the entire lecture hadn't gone entirely over his head.
And, what were we talking about?
The idea that your brain is just an output device, like a monitor.
Are you serious about that stuff?
Not really. I was just kidding for about half of it.
What about the other half?
Well, I guess I was just adulting.
Not funny.
Otis's smile had something rather masochistic to it.
It's nothing more than a story I made up out of boredom. Don't take it seriously. It was the first thing that came to mind, and I just talked about it to kill time. But looks like I don't need to talk anymore.
Why?
I don't have to kill time any longer.
As she spoke, Lotus raised her right arm high and brought it down to the enter key.
Oh, then you finished that brute whatever thing?
I certainly did. And let's see what we got.
Chunks of text flickered on and off in quick succession, and then a line of numbers appeared, blinked, and disappeared. The screen cleared, and all that was left was the word accepted.
Piece of cake.
Lotus would clearly have patted herself on the back if it wouldn't have made her look entirely ridiculous. For a few seconds, the accepted disappeared to be replaced with 9 squares arranged in a 3x3.
The screen changed again. What the hell is that?
No idea. Looks like a puzzle.
Suddenly, Lotus stood up.
Huh? Aren't you gonna, I don't know, do more computer stuff?
No, I can't do anymore. It won't let me do any more programming. See? The keyboard. Nothing.
So, my conclusion from this is that basically Lotus is destined to come in this room. Otherwise, no one else would have the expertise to hack in here. There was no simple solution to access the puzzle.
So, there's nothing more I can do.
Which makes everything look even more predetermined, right?
Well, I guess I'll leave this to you then, Junpei.
What?
Let me take a break, all right? I did my part.
Well...
Wasn't sure what to say to that. She certainly had done her part. In fact, without Lotus, they probably would have run completely aground. Shouldn't rely on other people so much, Junpei thought to himself.
I guess you're right. Thanks, Lotus.
No problem. And make sure you know when you should thank people.
Now, I better take care of this myself. No more relying on anyone else.
Junpei crossed his arms and stared at the puzzle shown on the screen. What was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I solved it. Did you hear a noise? Yeah, I did. Sounded like something unlocking. Where did it come from? Look, Junpei! The lights are green. Okay, yep. It was just at that moment that he heard a voice behind him. It was Clover.
Hey, Junpei, do you have a minute?
Okay, this is different. He put the puzzle aside for the moment and walked over to Clover.
What's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Hmm?
Junpei, you went into door 5 with my brother, right?
Right.
Did you hear him say, like, anything weird?
Huh?
Why is she asking me this, Junpei wondered. The more he thought about it, however, the more it made sense. Snake had been gone for a long time. Clover was quite attached to her brother. Of course, she would have been worried about him.
Well, let me think.
He thought back to when he'd gone through door 5. Door 5? Didn't we go through door 4? Guess not. Even a small thing, something that would help her. However,
Sorry, Clover. I can't really think of anything. I mean, he did mention that his hearing exceeds that of a regular person, or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Clover's words were barely audible. She nodded vaguely to Junpei and turned to walk away.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm?
Look, I don't know if I should ask you things, but if you don't mind, I was hoping you could tell me if, is Snake, was he born?
You're talking about his eyes?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't born blind. When he was a kid, he got in an accident. A really bad car accident. He couldn't see after that. And his arm.
His arm?
Yeah. My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm.
Prosthetic?
It's fake. It's not a real arm.
So we finally got official confirmation of this.
The accident hurt him really bad. To save him, they had to cut off his arm.
Oh.
Is that all you wanted to ask me?
Talking about her brother had clearly taken a great deal out of Clover. Junpei nodded.
Look, I'm sorry for making you talk about all that painful stuff.
It's not that.
Clover only shook her head and walked off down the stairs. Junpei gonna realise about the arm himself? Absolutely not. The key! Alright, I'm turning it on. Junpei, thanks so much for everything. Whoa, what's all this about? And I'm sorry I messed up. Hey, can we talk about this when we get out, okay? Just hang on, Clover, I'm gonna get you out of there right away. Yay! I think this is the first time I've actually seen a genuine smile out of this chick. Showing a kind of warning, power restored, emergency system. Okay. I've forgotten what I do. Do we turn this on or something? Junpei! It's on now. Yeah, it's because we activated the power. Could you play with it a little? Okay, yeah. I'll turn this dial here. Turn. Oh, I don't think it's working. Nothing happened. Oh, maybe she missed something. I should ask her to look around the room again. Bunch of cables. Maybe increase the voltage. Roger, will do. Ah, shit. Oh my god, the mannequin's head! Sounds like a fire alarm. Fire detected. The emergency system. Evacuate the room. Junpei, look at the light. Yeah, it's green. Emergency system has disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei, come on kid, jump. She's safe. Oh man, that smoke's some serious business. Time to close this door again, I think. Clover, you okay? You hurt? She's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright. What the hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead. Sorry, I was going as fast as I could. You two can do this later. Right now we need to get the hell out of here. Fire's not going to stay in that room forever. Was there a different way of solving that puzzle? No, we got both keys. So, bringing up the arm, I guess. Okay. So, this should stop if there's anything new.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about the Jupiter key. We found it in the operating room.
This is new, apparently.
Here.
Seven tossed something small and metallic toward Junpei.
Nice catch.
Jeez.
He caught it and found that the object was a key.
I see. So this is Jupiter.
On it, someone engraved a symbol very similar to a 4. He looked over at June, who nodded back. It had to be the Jupiter symbol.
I'm gonna let you hold on to that, alright?
Yeah, on it.
Well, I've got something for you too then. Here, it's the Saturn key card. We found it in the kitchen. I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it. That way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
Yeah, on it.
And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored.
So how many unused keys do we have now?
There's the Earth key we found in the laboratory. The Jupiter key you just gave me. And the Saturn key card from Lotus.
Right, so the thing we've just learnt about his arm, we now know before seeing the body.
I'll keep them safe.
That must be the difference here. Jupiter took the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up. Because before, we learnt about his arm in door number 1. Right? So Junpei's going to realise this himself, hopefully.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of that long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah.
Right, so they're going to go through door 3. This is all the same. Maybe when we go in door 3, it will be different. I'm hoping that's going to be the difference. I'm not sure. Can't imagine that dialogue choice has any rippling consequences, right? If anything's different when we go in door 3, hopefully the skip will stop for us. Sorry if this is a bit immersion breaking, but I can't play through the game in its entirety each time, right? This is the same. We found Snake. Are we gonna go and look? Nothing was different. Surely you would have noticed the arm.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Because the skip is definitely working because it stopped when 7 gave us the keys, right? Zero's one of us, yes. It's possible. Oh, we've seen all this before. So maybe we didn't get given all of the keys or something last time? And then we pick door 2 again. Door 6. Something new? No. God damn it. I should be able to skip the puzzle this time. I should be able to, I think. Because I got all the keys. Let's just try it here.
Yes! The door.
What? Oh. Oh, I've done this once already. You always have to do the puzzle again. Alright, let's do this quick. Right, we need to go upstairs. That's the first thing I need to do. Yes, we need to... You're gonna do this with me. Then we pinch the thing from B. Then we go through door C, over here. Yep, let me...
Yeah.
You know, speaking of experiments...
Interesting. Santa suddenly stopped.
There was this experiment some scientists did with rats. First, they took a squarish C-shaped tank and filled it with enough water that the rats could drown in it. The tank has 2 exits. Just to make it easy, we'll call one A and the other B.
Lab rat, yeah. They stood there for a few more minutes, no one speaking until Santa turned and walked away from the winch. Junpei and Ace followed him, and then he starts.
Exit A is pitch black, so dark even a rat can't see anything. But exit B is electrified, which means the rat can't leave through it. So, what would a rat do if it was put in this situation? Which exit would the rat choose?
There was a moment of silence after Santa posed the question, and then Ace responded.
B, of course. The rat has no way of knowing that exit B is electrified.
Yep, very true.
Exactly. The rat goes to exit B. Of course, like I said, it's electrified, which means the rat can't get out that way. So, after a lot of trial and error, the rat finally finds exit A.
I can't say that's very interesting or relevant. It's simply the story of a laboratory experiment.
You're right. It isn't very interesting. Yet. See, these scientists repeated this experiment over and over.
And somehow the rats learned through this brain connection thing.
Using hundreds of different rats over several generations. This produced some surprising results. With each generation, the rats took less time to find the correct exit. Eventually, a rat was put in the tank who instantly chose exit A without even attempting to go to exit B. But that wasn't the most impressive part. The same experiment was conducted in another laboratory, far from the original one, with the same results. No, on second thought, the results weren't really the same. The rats in this second experiment began the trials with significantly faster times than the first rats in the initial one. These rats weren't related to the others and had never even come in contact with them. And yet, they all easily found their way to exit A as though they already knew. What did it mean?
Are you suggesting something like telepathy? They were passing information to one another through some undetectable medium?
Ace looked skeptical. Santa snorted at him.
How the hell would I know? I'm not any kind of scientist. I don't know what made him do that. But I do know that story's true. And if you've got another explanation, I'd sure love to hear it. Come on, let's get going. There's still a lot here we haven't checked out. And we gotta get the hell out of here before June passes out.
Without waiting for a response, he turned around and started walking. Junpei, however, wasn't quite ready to leave the topic alone.
Hey, wait. There's something I want to ask you.
What?
Santa stopped and turned around.
Why did they use that tank for the experiment?
Huh?
Well, I mean, it seems like you could conduct the same experiment without the water. They could have just used a dry box, you know? If they needed to motivate the rats to escape, they could have, I don't know, put some bait by exit B or something. I mean, do they really have to make it so the rats can drown?
Santa gave a grim bark of a laugh.
You know, the word emergency comes from the same root as the word emerge. You ever think about that?
That's actually a pretty good point.
Huh? Well, an emergency is something urgent, often something dangerous. And to emerge means to sort of come out, or appear, or rise out of something else. So what's going to emerge in an emergency? Inspiration.
Inspiration?
Yeah. Think about it. When the chips are down, either you crack or your mind focuses and pulls up what you need.
So in an emergency, your real potential emerges. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's why the rats had to drown. They had to be in danger. There had to be an emergency for inspiration to emerge.
Oh.
Near death. Junpei suddenly felt cold. The back of his head was aching and his stomach felt strange. Right. Punch it! We've got some key information now. No, June, sit down. Men are here. Yep. Go. Let's go. Puzzling. Let's do it again. Right. Let's see if anything else new appears now in this next room.
Yes!
Yeah, then he goes on about Santa.
We didn't have parents. They bought it in an accident when we were still kids.
Oh.
So I had to be like her dad.
So he kind of raised his sister.
And that meant that I bought her Christmas presents every year. On Christmas Eve, I'd leave the present next to her pillow. And the next morning, she'd come running into my room with this big smile. Look, Santa left me a present. He got me that doll I really wanted. I'm so glad he got my letter. She was always so excited. I was the one who told her to write those letters. I'd say, write down something you want and mail it to Santa. The address I gave her was somewhere in Northern Europe that doesn't exist. Anyway, she'd write the letter and stamp it and send it out. And then a few days later, it'd show up back in our mailbox marked address unknown. I'd open the letters before she figured out they'd been sent back. Once I had the letter, I'd go around to a couple stores with some money I'd saved up over the year and buy her the stuff she'd asked for. It took a lot of saving, but I managed to buy her presents every year.
So, I wonder why he chooses to tell us on this version of events, because we've spent much less time with Santa in this sequence, right? In this sequence, we didn't get to spend the time with him here, where he spoke about the clover and his hatred for it. Interesting.
Huh.
Junpei was silent. He could think of nothing to say. He couldn't think of anything to say. June looked down, uncomfortable. The wall next to him suddenly groaned. Either he hadn't heard the sound or didn't care. Santa kept talking.
But one year, her letter was different. She didn't write a list of toys she wanted or anything like that. Instead, it said, I don't want any presents this year. Instead, I want you to make my wish come true. My wish is that we'll be happy like this for a really, really long time. That was it. Nothing else. But I couldn't make that wish come true. Some Santa I am.
Santa looked sad. Junpei had never seen him look sad before. He wasn't sure if he liked it. Junpei decided it was probably best not to ask Santa any more questions. But
What happened?
June glanced up at Santa quickly as she spoke. He answered, but only with an effort.
She died. She was killed 9 years ago.
9. So she could be one of the 3, Aoi, Light, or Nona.
Oh.
There was nothing Junpei could say. His heart felt like a great lump of lead. June bit her lip and looked away, her face pale.
All right, let's go.
Santa stood up suddenly, his downcast demeanor gone. He shoved the picture back in his pocket and headed back up the stairs, taking them 2 at a time.
Huh?
Junpei and June looked at one another. There was nothing they could think of to say.
Hey, what are you two doing? Let's get moving, come on!
Santa's voice echoed across the room from above them. And this is the same. Then I've got to do all this again. No! Right, let's get the pictures. I'm missing one. There we go.
Now we finally have them.
Oh! Just then, Junpei heard a noise. He spun around just in time to see June collapse in front of the fence.
Hey!
Did she get electrocuted?
June, are you okay?
She didn't respond. Junpei spun back around to face Ace.
I'm sorry, I gotta go check on her. You finish the box thing, alright? Just put the cards in the boxes. I'm counting on you.
Oh, I forgot to... I didn't check the fence. Yeah.
Are you alright? What happened?
Junpei called out to her as he ran.
Can you stand?
As he arrived, June was climbing to her feet with Santa's help.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm fine. I just tripped.
Don't give me that. Now is not the time.
But it's true. I tripped over a box.
Just let me see for a sec.
Junpei put his palm on her forehead.
Huh.
You're still warm.
The temperature was much the same as it had been the last time he'd checked. She wasn't hot, like she'd been before, but she was still warm. Her fever wasn't completely gone.
I saw her fall. I think she really did just trip on something, you know?
Junpei would have been more willing to agree if June hadn't needed quite so much help standing up.
Still, to fall down like that? I think she's probably still a little messed up.
June was doing her best to busy herself, brushing dust off her dress. The smile looked a little embarrassed and her face was a bit flushed. But she did a great deal better than she had. She did look a great deal better than she had.
Alright, well,
Still,
let's just get out of here as fast as we can so we can get you to a hospital.
Oh, I don't think it's anything that serious. I just need a little medicine and some sleep, and I'll be fine.
Medicine. Medicine, huh? Well, if we could get in touch with anyone outside, I'll bet Ace could swing that for you easy.
Why?
Ace? Why?
Huh? Don't you know? He's the president of a pharmaceutical company.
What? What were they called? Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals is the name, I think. Their flagship product is an anesthetic drug called Soparil.
No way, we found some of that.
Soparil. Soparil. I've heard of that before somewhere.
Junpei couldn't shake the feeling he'd heard about Soparil before. Santa continued.
Soparil. It's an anesthetic that's a gas at room temperature, a lot like how nitrous oxide is. It takes only a few seconds to spread, and even a small amount is very effective. A bunch of countries quickly accepted it for widespread use within their police and military forces. It was an effective crowd suppressant and room clearer. It was practical, ethical, and the humane nature of it made it the ideal drug. It's been around for about 6 years. They developed it from the extracts of several different roots. It became popular almost as soon as it was made public, with many governments placing large orders.
Okay, so Ace is like the #1 guy at Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Demand for Soparil skyrocketed, and of course that meant Cradle Pharmaceuticals stock did too.
Why do you know all of this?
It's connected to this boat. Santa's information was interesting, but Junpei couldn't help but feel a little suspicious. Santa's reply was blunt and simple.
I heard it from the old man himself.
From Ace? When?
By the number 4 door at the central stairway, when we were searching the second-class room. Remember how Snake, 7, and you went to door 5?
Right, okay, so him and Ace wouldn't have been together.
It was back then. I asked him what he did for a living, and he said he ran his own company. After that, we just started talking, and I guess it just came up, you know?
Huh.
Are you worried about something?
No, nothing.
As he spoke, Junpei looked over toward Ace. Seemed to be having difficulty with the 9 boxes. Are you taking the mick, mate?
What the hell is he doing?
Turn back to June and Santa.
June, don't push yourself, alright?
Yes.
Santa, could you take care of her?
This is making Ace seem proper suspicious.
I'll go check on Ace. Looks like he's having trouble.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
He gave them both a short nod, then turned and headed toward him.
What are you doing?
Ace's back was to him as Junpei approached. The older man turned around to look at him. His face was pale and covered in sweat.
What happened?
Nothing. My vision has gotten rather blurry, I think, because of fatigue. I can't see very well at the moment.
He's a drug addict, isn't he? He's addicted to Sopril.
What can't you see well?
These pictures.
Oh no, maybe he's got that condition that... Yeah, he's got that condition that Lotus was telling us about, where he can't recognize faces.
I don't care to admit it, but I may be developing presbyopia. Growing old is a difficult thing.
He made the best attempt he could at a self-deprecating smile, but his face was flushed and his lips were pale and drawn.
At any rate, I'll leave the rest to you. I'm feeling awfully tired, so if you don't mind, I'd like to rest for a bit.
Right. He shoved the cards into Junpei's hands and walked quickly away. Junpei looked at him quizzically.
How could simply looking at cards have tired him out?
Junpei looked down at the cards in his hands. All of the pictures were quite clear and each person easily recognizable. Was Ace's vision truly so bad?
But if it wasn't, what had made him so uncomfortable?
It's either that or the 9th man's picture being there and he's dead or something. Probably not. That was when Junpei remembered what he'd heard from Lotus much earlier.
Prosopagnosia. Well, put simply, it means a condition where the mind can't distinguish between human faces. In other words, my face would look the same as Clover's or even yours. So they can't remember faces, which is how most people recognize each other. That means that people with prosopagnosia have trouble recognizing even people they're close to.
Maybe he's got prosopagnosia?
Junpei took another look at Ace. He sat at the base of the stairs looking quite depressed.
Huh. Well, he looks depressed enough to have it.
No. He really did have prosopagnosia. There was no doubt it was a depressing and painful experience. How do you know, dude? You don't have it. Still, Junpei didn't feel like patting him on the shoulder and telling him everything would be alright would help that much. Still, Junpei felt perhaps it was best to keep Ace's condition to himself, at least for the time being.
Oh well.
Doing his best to clear his mind for the task at hand, he turned back toward the boxes.
Time to solve the 9 boxes puzzle.
Right. I've got to do this nonsense again. Ah! So that's technically unlocked now. Nice! I don't know how different this is going to be. I've got to do some maths first. Yeah, alright dude, just let me do it. Let me get on with it. Please! Ugh. Right, let's do this quick sticks. 17. Then I want 11 for you. Then I want 16. 15 plus 1. 9. 12. 14. 15. Then I want 13. And then I want 14. Yep. Yeah. I know what I'm doing, man. 9! Then I want 6, 7. There we go. Quick sticks. Oh, I've got to do this again. Oh, God. I did this like an hour ago. What's wrong with my memory? Yeah, the irony was I solved this crate thing pretty quick the first time, and then when I did it like an hour ago, it did my head in a little bit. Yeah, alright, mate. Just get on with it. Right. It was here where my brain just sort of turned off. Yeah, it's something like that anyway. Nope. Slightly wrong. That was it. Oh, I didn't do this, did I? Was any of this different? No, was the gun? Go. Right, now, yeah, something should be different now. Something should be different. That should be all the red keys.
A long hallway, huh?
Let's see what's different. If anything, there might be nothing different. If there's nothing different, I'm gonna really lose my shit here. Yeah, 2 9 doors. Did they not notice the coffin? Gotta be something different here. Yeah, the banging on the coffin, then we go and...
She's not here.
Oh, what?
No, she isn't.
All right, just in case, we should go take a look in the shower room.
Shower room?
Yeah.
That's where her brother is. She might have gone to see him. Well, we might as well check, right? Let's go. Good.
Oh.
We can still get in.
We should thank Seven later.
No luck.
Yeah, I don't think she's here.
The smell is horrible. Let's check the back, just to be sure. No, she's not here.
His arm.
Snake.
He's going to notice.
Just where did your sister go? Such a horrible way to go. The skull shattered, the left arm's hideously twisted. Huh? Wait, bones.
My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm. The accident hurt him really bad.
Of course! Of course! Why didn't I realize it earlier?
Yeah.
Jumpy?
Oh, sorry for making you wait. Let's go.
Now we're just going to get stabbed in a slightly different way, right?
Junpei! June! Where were you guys?
Did something happen?
Clover is